Hey guys, welcome back to a new episode. This is the all new MSI Pro MP251 E2 business monitor. But wait, just because it says it's business, that doesn't mean it doesn't have any other business in the PC world. So, first things first about this monitor, it has a unique base. The base comes with an accessory slot. The function of this accessory slot is to actually put your mobile phones, your tablets, any monitoring devices, or even your pens and pencils in that slot like that. More about the base is that when you look at the back of the base, you notice that it has a sort of a wedge for cable management. So if you're into cable management and you want your space or setup to look cozy and tidy, you can actually tuck all those cables at the back here. Having that cable management slot there eliminates the usage of cable ties and everything to make your setups look neat. So at the back, you also notice that the back is not so flashy, it's not so extravagant. Okay, it serves its purpose. It's a business monitor. Okay, so there are times where your concern is that there's RGB at the back. It's too flashy, it's too bright, the lights are annoying. But this monitor, with its simple back, has got you covered with it. So this monitor, at its price point, it is understandable that it doesn't have certain features, of which you cannot pivot the monitor, you cannot swivel the monitor, nor is it height adjustable. However, MSI has ensured that the monitor can be tilted like this. So you do get a proper viewing angle. It's understandable at the price point, which I will tell you what is the price at the end of the video, okay, that it doesn't have these functions. So let's not punish MSI for that, because a majority of monitor makers are actually doing the same thing. So this monitor, its connectivity options are limited. However, it serves every purpose for every user. You've got this is your power slot, this is your HDMI slot, your VGA slot, and also 3.5 millimeter jacks. Graphic cards today and most modern systems have a HDMI port. It is compulsory to have a HDMI port on those systems. So this monitor ensures connectivity with modern setups. However, if you're still running older generation of hardware, like certain offices, some offices in our country still do run on older generation of hardware, which do not actually have a HDMI port or a display port, but they do have a VGA port. So for those of you all running those older hardware, this monitor has got you covered. Good job on MSI for actually looking into that particular aspect of consumerism. So the specifications of this monitor, it's a no-nonsense monitor. It's simple, it's eloquent, and it's great in terms of features and function. So it's a 25-inch monitor, although when you measure it diagonally, it is 24.5 inches. You round it off, you still get 25 inches. Its resolution is Full HD, 1920 by 1080. It has a 120 hertz refresh rate. Most of the time, monitor makers, when it comes to an affordable monitor, they only furnish you with either 60, 75, or lately 100 hertz. But MSI, in accommodating certain gaming features in their affordable monitors, has ensured a 120 hertz display that allows for seamless and smooth gameplay. So you actually do notice that I said earlier that the monitor has a 3.5 millimeter audio jack at the back. It has its function. I'm going to talk about it in a minute or two, but here's the best part. Even though it has an audio jack at the back, this monitor actually comes with two 2 watts stereo speakers. Most of the time when we get this kind of monitors, affordable monitors for reviews and testing, sad to say that there are no speakers found on those monitors. And I always end up looking for an external audio source or something to actually play audio for me and connect them to my system. But in this instance, with those built-in 2-watt speakers, there was no need for me to connect any external source. And if you're a working professional or a creative professional or something, most of the time, especially in today's situation, we are completely hooked with the idea of video calls, video conferences. Okay? And this monitor with its built-in speakers has eliminated the need to look for an external source, external speakers to be plugged in to entertain all those things. The function of the 3.5mm jack at the back there is to actually hook up your headphones so you can actually get audio directly from the monitor itself. So it's two positive points when it comes to audio for this monitor. You've got 3.5mm jack, 2 watts of stereo speakers. Great job, MSI. This is the last interesting part of this monitor. So what we have on the display here is called the MSI display kit. So you can see here, this is the MSI display kit. What it does is it actually eliminates the need for you to actually stretch all the way to the back and gain control of the functions and features. Most monitors have a bunch of buttons at the back there for you to access all those functions and features. But with the MSI display kit, everything is at your disposal within a mouse range. So this is the MSI display kit. Let's look at its functions and features. So the first tab you have here is called split window. Split window, what it does basically is that it allows you to actually populate a maximum of 3 tabs or 3 windows and split it up according to which is your priority. It's a pretty neat function, especially if you're an avid multitasker. Moving off now, we have the display settings. Display settings here allows you to actually calibrate or set up your monitor, okay, according to your orientation, resolution, refresh rate, and bit count. The highlight of the MSI display kit for me personally is its color settings. I no longer need to reach and move all kinds of buttons at the back of the monitor to switch my lighting scenario whenever I'm doing something. There are times where I'm actually working on the PC. There are times I'm actually using it for casual usage. There are also times when I'm just watching or reading something. So in all those instances, we tend to change the color settings of the monitor. Okay, I do not stick to one particular color setting. I do switch about. So in this instance, we've got a couple of presets here MSI has actually made for us. Okay, you've got iSaver, you've got Cinema, RTS, RPG, FPS, Gaming, Standard, and your personal settings. These settings allow you to control the gamma, level, brightness, contrast, which is a standard feature of having to press the button at the back, but here it's on your screen. So, but when you look at the iSaver, you notice that there is less blue light emission here. MSI has ensured that this monitor comes with those features to protect your eyes for prolonged usage. It has less blue light and anti-flicker to, like I said, protect your eyes. Let me go back to my personal settings first. Okay, and then now we've got the tools feature here. The tools feature here actually has a couple of functions to it. For instances, you can actually set your mouse speed, your pointer speeds, your double click speeds, okay, automatic shutdowns. It even has an on-screen keyboard here in the event that you can't find your keyboard. Like now, right now, I don't know where is my keyboard. Okay, so I'm just going to turn this on and you see the on-screen keyboard pops up. Okay, and then there are also zoom in and zoom out features. Okay, I guess that's about it with the MSI display kit. It's a great asset for the monitor. And honestly, MSI has made the interface so simple and so intuitive that anybody can actually learn how to use it easily. So here's the best part. The price of this monitor. I've been saying it's an affordable monitor and all that. Okay, and you look at the functions and features, especially with the 2 watts of speakers provided. I'm pretty sure most of us would be expecting this monitor to be in the range of at least upwards of 500 ringgit to 600 ringgit, within that range, considering the features and functions. But MSI has actually priced this monitor at only RM409. That's honestly quite cheap for a 25-inch monitor. RM400 in Malaysia normally gets you a 24-inch monitor with not much of the features here at all. You number one, you definitely don't have the MSI display kit. Number two, you don't have those stereo speakers. So at 409, it's a great buy if you ask me. And the best part here is that if you actually purchase this monitor from the link I've left in the description, and you do use our promo code KTmedia20, you do get an RM20 off the purchase, which means this monitor is yours for only RM389 today. So that's about it, guys. Thank you all, and see you all in the next one.